Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me today. Today's lesson is Modal Verbs Part 2. In Modal Verbs Part 1, we talked about modal verbs that allow us to express obligation, lack of obligation, and when we're giving advice to someone. And if you'd like to check out that video, I'll leave the link for you above. So in today's video, Modal Verbs Part 2, we're going to look at the modal verbs that help us to express ability, permission, and possibility. And those words include can, could, may, and might. So I'd like to talk about these words individually because they each have multiple uses. So to make it a little simpler, let's look at them one at a time. And we're going to start with the word can, and in the negative form, cannot, or its contracted form, can't. Can is used to express ability, express permission informally, express possibility, and express or inquire about willingness. And we use the negative form, cannot, or can't to express inability or impossibility. So starting with the use ability, let's look at a phrase. She can speak English fluently. She can speak English fluently. So that's telling us that she has the ability to speak English fluently. And obviously in the negative form, we'd simply change can to can't. She can't speak English fluently. Our next use for can is when we are asking for permission, and this is informal. So a phrase might look like this. Can I borrow your pen, please? Can I borrow your pen, please? Our next use is possibility. We can go to the beach this weekend if you finish your homework. We can go to the beach this weekend if you finish your homework. So there's a possibility that we will be able to go to the beach, but there is a condition, if you finish your homework. And our last use for the word can is when we are inquiring about the willingness to do something. Can you help me prepare dinner, please? Can you help me prepare dinner, please? So those are our uses for can and can't. Let's move on to our next modal verb, could. We use could to express ability in the past, inquire about permission politely, and express possibility in the present or the future. So let's start with using could to express ability in the past. For example, when I was young, I could swim really fast. When I was young, I could swim really fast. So that's telling us that I had the ability many years ago, and now maybe I'm not so fast anymore at swimming. Let's use it in the negative form, okay? So for a long time, I couldn't understand Italian, but now I can. For a long time, I couldn't understand Italian. Now I can. So I didn't have the ability in the past, but I have the ability now. True story. So our next use for could is when we are inquiring about permission, and this is a polite way to inquire about permission. So we can say, could I sit here, please? Could I sit here, please? When we were using can, it was very informal, and we said something like, can I sit here, please? But we use could when we're speaking with someone that we don't know, or in a more formal situation, like if we're at work or at a dinner party or something. So could I sit here, please? It's just a little more polite. We also use the word could when we're talking about the possibility of something happening. For example, I could walk to work today. It's a beautiful day. I could walk to work today. It's a beautiful day. So I'm expressing the possibility of that happening. And we can also use could for possibility when we're talking about a future possibility. If we finish work early, we could go out for dinner. If we finish work early, we could go out for dinner. So I'm speaking of a possible action in the future. Again, it has a condition: we need to finish work early. Okay, now it's time to look at the word may, and in the negative form, may not. May is used to express permission formally and to express possibility in the present and the future. So again, we have another option for inquiring about permission, and we can use may to inquire about permission. May I take a look at the report, please? May I take a look at the report, please? So what's the difference now? We've got can, could, and now may. So can, that was our informal one. Could was being more polite. May is more formal. So we would use this again in a work situation when we do not know the person very well. So a good phrase to use would be, may I take a look at the report, please? And we can also use the word may to speak of possibility. So we can use it for the present or the future. For the present, we could say, I may be able to help you. Let me try. So I may be able to help you. Let me try. So I'm suggesting that there's the possibility that I will have the ability to help you. I'm just not certain, but I may be able to help you. Let me try. And when we're speaking of a possibility in the future, we could simply say something like, we may be able to go on vacation this summer. We may be able to go on vacation this summer, depending on, who knows, COVID, probably. And finally, we have the word might, or in the negative form, might not, and the contracted form, mightn't. Might is used to express permission formally and to express possibility in the past, present, and the future. Okay, guys, this is our fourth option to inquire about permission. Our fourth option. We had can, could, may, and now we can use might. Might I have another cookie, please? Might I have another cookie, please? So using might to express permission is actually quite formal. It's probably the most formal of all four options. So again, our four options for inquiring about permission are, can I have another cookie, please? Could I have another cookie, please? May I have another cookie, please? And might I have another cookie, please? And so our last use for the word might is when we're expressing possibility, and we can use it to express possibility in the past, the present, and the future. So in the past, we could say something like this. He might have gone to the supermarket, but I'm not sure. He might have gone to the supermarket, but I'm not sure. A phrase for possibility in the present, we could say, I have some extra time right now. I might go to the supermarket. I have some extra time right now. I might go to the supermarket. And then finally, for the future, if I have some time after work, I might go to the supermarket. If I have some time after work, I might go to the supermarket. And of course, we can use might in the negative form, so might not or mightn't. It is more common to say might not than it is to say mightn't, but of course it's possible. So an example phrase could be something like, I don't think I'll go to the supermarket after work. I might not have time. I don't think I'll go to the supermarket after work. I might not have time. Or I mightn't have time. I mightn't have time. And on a final note, I just want to take a quick look at the pronunciation of might not in its contracted form, so mightn't. In the positive form, might, you can hear a strong T at the end of the word, might. In the negative form, you see we have two T's. This one right here is silent. We say mightn't, not mightn't. The correct pronunciation is mightn't. Okay guys, that's it for today. I really hope that this was helpful for you. And again, if you want to take a look at Modal Verbs Part 1, the link is at the beginning of the video. Have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye.